racing, the confidence that he oozes now. Go back a few years and you couldn't find that kind of consistency. Now he's got it all sorted. Will Zarco take his first ever Grand Prix win? I've never seen Hervé Poncharal, and he's a man who's been there, done that, quite so nervous, the boss at Tech 3. So they come under starters orders then. This is the Dutch TT Moto Grand Prix. It's go. Great start from Marc Marquez, and also from the soft tyre shod M1 Yamaha of Johan Zarco, and Zarco muscles his way round the outside of Marc Marquez into turn one. That is what I'm talking about. That Frenchman has got so much confidence with that motorcycle. We saw it in Qatar at the beginning of the year when he led the race till the 7th lap, and now he's looking to try and do it again if he can here at the Dutch TT.
And remember, he ran away, and then as soon as he relaxed, he crashed in Qatar.
Not sure he was relaxing because he actually crashed on his fastest lap of that race. That was Qatar though. This is the 8th round, not the first. There's Petrucci. I wonder what tyres he's got in.
He's got a lot of mediums, according to what we saw on the grid, Keith. That's good for Danilo.
Yeah, he was worried about... Folger takes the other M1 across the dirt, and that will really not do his tyres a lot of good. He's got to join pretty much at the back, Folger. They've got the... Yes, it has gone right to the very back.
Look,
so we've got an M1 at the front belonging to Tech 3 and an M1 at the back belonging to Tech 3.
And an M1 at the front, half a second clear. That's Maverick mired back behind Dani Pedrosa.
Yeah, Dani Pedrosa has been right off the radar as well this weekend, qualified in 12th place, back on the 4th row, so the Repsol man struggling a little bit.
That is going to be the crucial man. Oh no, he's not.
If he's not happy with that Yamaha, he needs to build confidence. I'm talking about Viñales, and if Viñales goes through into 5th place, I think it's a big ask for him to catch up to Petrucci in 4th at the pace they're going at the front. Yeah, we'll see.
The gap is 2.5 seconds nearly now between the front 4.
He can do it,
and this group.
But it's a question of whether he has it in him to do it. There we go.
Here we go.
Valentino's through. He's decided, and that might be because Zarco is just pulling away a little bit. So Valentino, he's looked comfortable behind Marquez. He's looked like he's got that pass in him all the time.
He's looked comfortable all weekend. He's been talking up this new chassis, saying pity it doesn't come before, saying this feels like a Yamaha again.
Well, that's probably because it is. Here he goes, just breaks it into... Yeah, nice and neat stuff there. Really, really good stuff at turn 1.
They like it. They like it.
Well, that's where he was shaping up every single lap. And Valentino Rossi has gone through them. Maybe that rear tyre, the hard option rear tyre, is coming to him now.
I'm not used to seeing Marc Marquez on anything other than the hardest stuff out there. He's always happiest.
Down through the gearbox from Marc Marquez, looking at Valentino Rossi in 2nd place now. Now looking back at 3rd place man Marquez himself. And then it's Petrucci behind him. And the question really is whether Viñales can now close the gap. He's in 5th place. He's put Redding behind him to 6th. So can Viñales now bridge the gap? It's 3.2 seconds. You can see it on your tower on the screen.
Back to Marquez's tyre choice. There are no other Hondas anywhere near the sharp end.
Funny that. Or not for Honda. Oh, here we go. Valentino, he's ready for this, isn't he?
Watch out for Petrucci as well.
I think that you're about to see Valentino Rossi head to the front of this field. He feels he's got the pace to do it as he pulls out the slipstream of the number 5. Valentino Rossi does indeed go to the front at turn 1. That's what he did to Marquez last time round. The Doctor's fans in the Doctor's stands go mad. And the Doctor is out front. Valentino Rossi, the world has just gone potty. Now, there you go. We saw it in Texas. I'll tell you what, Joanne, that was just a bit too much. I mean, I'm a big Johan Zarco fan, but that really was just forcing the issue a little bit too quickly. I mean, I talk about it so many times, and it was Valentino always said, you've got to snap straight back, don't let them get a rhythm, but...
I was just going to wonder what we were going to see. Marquez attack Zarco or Zarco attack Rossi. Which was going to come first?
Well, we saw what Zarco did in Texas. Let's take another look at this. So he ran it wide. So there was the open door. We can see that from the overhead. I wasn't expecting that. And coming back down to the line was Valentino. So really that turns out to be 6 of one and half a dozen the other. I retract any guilt verdict that I snappily made on Zarco.
But no surprise to see Zarco do exactly what you were talking about, go straight back at him.
What it was a slight mistake from Valentino. Just ran it a little wide, and then Zarco saw the gap, went for it as Valentino pulled his Yamaha back online, and that's when the two of them came together. So, racing incident, in my view.
And now Rossi versus Marquez is the deal at the front.
And it's a proper deal. Well, here we go then.
Viñales is to 5th.
We see a bit of these two around here, don't we?
But just a little bit.
Going at it.
Zarco is back with them. It all telescopes up at the chicane. Over the line we go. How far back is Vinales from this group after that shenanigans?
Oh, there he is. He's down on the floor is the answer to that, Julian. So down has gone Maverick Vinales, just to complete a horrible, horrible series of events for the young series leader. Maverick Vinales will lose the series lead now. Dovizioso, oh, he just immediately, I'll tell you what, the flip-flop from side to side launches them things in the air. There's a little crown in the road just there, and when you ask for the power through it, let's take a look at this from the onboard.
It's really going to be good for Rossi.
Marquez is on it. Marquez is a believer. Podium vehicle he's looking for.
Tricky nerve-shredding conditions. Step forward, Marquez.
Indeed. It's going to be 5 laps to go any moment now. As Danilo Petrucci looks at Valentino Rossi.
Ooh, very closely.
If Rossi had run it out a little wider, we're through them double right-handers at the bottom of the track. Now it's the big run-up. Valentino Rossi on the gas, Petrucci behind him. Dovizioso will be looking. We're through this right-hander, and this is the most exciting part of the Dutch TT track here at Circuit de Van Drenthe. And through the left-hander, this is where Danilo's a bit tighter. Now then, down towards the chicane. Petrucci's building for a big braking manoeuvre down the inside of Valentino Rossi. Doesn't get it done.
Oh, he really had a look at it there.
Well, I don't think he had any choice. He'd already run into him almost.
None whatsoever. Dovi sitting there in third. What's it now? Is it 4 laps to go or 5?
Five to go. And there goes Dovizioso at turn 1. Moves Petrucci out the road. Let me have a go. I'm on the big Ducati, the factory Ducati. I want to get this thing down to the front. 3 consecutive wins is what Dovizioso's looking for.
I can hear Danilo saying it's important to beat Dovizioso, whose second bike is being ready.
That.
No way with 4.5 to go.
There's no water lying on the track at all. It's about keeping heat in your tyres when you have to steady up just a bit because it's been raining a fraction. It's about heat in tyres.
Yep.
As soon as you get a little bit of rain on there, it's not even about moving the water out the way much. It's more about how much the drop-off in temperature is. Here comes, watch it. Dovizioso took a look again. Look at Petrucci through there.
Grip there.
And he goes underneath Dovizioso. Dovizioso isn't going to thank him for that.
Not
Neither
a lot.
is Giabatti. I should think he's having kittens back in the Ducati garage at the minute.
Well, the lap times are high 37s, so not startling at all.
No, we're well off it. It was the lap record is 33.6, so 37s is about what you get in
these conditions.
Not damp conditions, but still spitting with rain. It's the worst case scenario. It's enough to fry your brain trying to work out where you can go quick.
I was just going to say, surely nerve shredding.
Here he goes. This time Danilo goes through. He used the power of the 2017 Ducati to get underneath Valentino Rossi. Now what he's going to look for is a breakaway if he can get it. Through the left-hander, down towards the chicane. 4 laps to go in just a few yards' time. As long as he stays with it, but keep off those white lines. They get really slippery. If you've got spitting rain, you've only got to touch the paintwork when it has just got that film of water on it, and you are going straight up the street. Danilo Petrucci leads then on the Pramac bike from Valentino Rossi. From Andrea Dovizioso, runs out wide and lets Marquez through. Marquez goes back into 3rd place.
Valentino could not get back at him for the chicane out-braking manoeuvre, could he? Is this the break that Danilo needed? A clear lap.
Danilo the brave is out front.
Valentino, the vastly experienced, right on him.
You still got to push your luck a little bit if you want to win this race. And does Valentino want to do that? Remember what happened last year? He thought he got a bigger gap than he actually had and threw it away in the closing stages and looked depressed. I don't think I've ever seen Valentino Rossi look so depressed as when he threw it away here last year. But now these two have got away. Danilo Petrucci has taken Valentino Rossi, the legend, away, while Dovizioso has got Marquez in front of him, and that might just have caused Dovizioso a bit too much pain with 3.5 laps to go. He's through again.
He's through again. He ran wide at turn 1 this lap, didn't he? And that was a big error.
Marquez didn't need any invitation then, and now it's about Dovizioso making up that ground. It's a fair bit.
Meanwhile, Crutchlow and Miller on the Hondas are 5th and 6th.
Yep.
Loris Baz is up to 8th behind Scott Redding.
Valentino can sniff a Grand Prix win. When was his last Grand Prix win, Jules?
Valentino's? It was last year at Barcelona.
Here we go. Valentino Rossi back again. Unbelievable. Valentino Rossi, 38 years old. There's life in the old dog yet. He is at the moment 5th in the championship, a point off the back of Dani Pedrosa.
Well, he's got that one back.
Your maths are almost as good as mine, Jules.
I'm just astonished. I'll tell you what Barry Simmons, the old Honda 2 manager, said about your maths later.
He's talking about when I was talking about money, though. Not about points for prizes. Meanwhile, we're looking at Cal Crutchlow, but it is Valentino Rossi leads Danilo Petrucci, and the battle for more podium honours.
It's almost a shock that Zarco, who changed bikes, is actually in the points in 13th.
Yeah, but he's not going to be in a race-winning position. The rain is still falling there. That's the white and red crossed flag. And here is Cal Crutchlow.
Zarco has a penalty for exceeding the pit lane speed limits.
There you go. You run the risk if you ride the bike down pit lane, and that is a disaster for Zarco. What has started as pole position. Remarkable rookie year for him.
You would have thought these conditions were tailor-made for Johan Zarco.
On slicks. If it had come earlier, maybe. I think those soft slicks just didn't quite work perfectly for Zarco.
That's the only reason I can think of, that he did what he did.
These two got the right tyres on in these conditions. Valentino under tremendous pressure from Danilo Petrucci. Petrucci can feel his first MotoGP win coming his way.
And he uses the power of the Duke round on that fast section of the circuit, round here, the end of the lap, very, very well. This time when they cross the line, there will be 2 to go. The Italians are away with it.
Danilo Petrucci, good drive out the chicane there and got underneath Valentino Rossi, but not when it comes to the braking area down at turn 1. The old dog of an Italian has got it covered. Here is Marc Marquez now behind Dovizioso.
You know there's something coming there in the last couple of laps.
Still spitting with rain, and that's exactly what it will look like on their visors. Valentino Rossi at this part of the track has got real pace. Danilo Petrucci showed him a wheel. Valentino Rossi, though, has responded. And look at Crutchlow. When the going gets tough, the tough get going, and that man Crutchlow, they don't come any tougher than him. Is he going to pick off a podium? What a remarkable end to this race.
He has come from way back.
A lap and a half to go. Cal Crutchlow now is looking at a third place, a podium. There goes Marquez looking at the inside of Dovizioso. Gets it done. Crutchlow will get the run on them. Crutchlow, surely, with the amount of pace, what's he got? Mediums on his.
Cal Crutchlow has got medium and a soft rear.
Incredible, and that's come to work at this point.
Medium.
I thought it looked like a normal.
And he's through on Dovi.
So through has gone Cal Crutchlow then. He's had tremendous pace in this closing lap and a bit, and Cal Crutchlow now all over the man on the factory Repsol Honda. He's just signed a 2-year deal with HRC, Cal Crutchlow, which means he is going to be with LCR, that's Lucio Cecchinello Racing, but paid for by HRC. That's the faith they have in the number 35 man. So Rossi off the front with Petrucci. Here we are again, through the back markers.
And that's where Rossi pulls a big
Cal Crutchlow through. Crutchlow the last lap, and Cal Crutchlow is into a podium place. He's past Marc Marquez. Marquez will try and come back at him down into turn 1 while Dovizioso tries to do the pair of them. I'll tell you what, you're going to have to be good to beat Cal Crutchlow in this kind of mood. Runs it out a little wide, but he's still in front of Marquez. Rossi and Petrucci are still doing it for first and second. That's Hector Barbara running round on what is now wet tyres. He's going to be in the way. Rossi has a big enough lead. Is that Rins that's there on the other Suzuki that's gone on the wet tyres as well?
It is, Keith.
So he'll move out of the way. There's Marquez. Yep, you knew he was going to come back, didn't you? Both of them running the slash-cut Honda exhaust, whereas Pedrosa liked the long exhaust on his bike, gives him slightly different power in slightly different places. Running underneath. Wow, that was tight. There must have been Rins. He just moved up onto the pavement.
Just a bit.
So Valentino Rossi, Julian, it's looking good. Half a lap to go for Valentino Rossi to try and take this win from the second row of the grid.
Crutchlow back to third. Dovi attacks.
And we have a massive attack here. And I'm not talking about a song either. It is Cal Crutchlow third at the moment on the 35. This is going to be the run down to the chicane. We're going to see Valentino Rossi surely take a win in front of Danilo Petrucci, but then it's going to be about the 2 Honda men, whether it's going to be them or Dovizioso. Has he done enough?
Scott Redding has crashed out.
Oh, disaster for Scott Redding.
Oh, here we go. Is Petrucci within range? I don't think so.
This is it then. Valentino Rossi take it. Here comes Marc Marquez to take third place off of Cal Crutchlow. Won't be over and done with yet. Crutchlow will try and get him in the brakes, but it is going to be Valentino Rossi that wins the Dutch TT and the line. Valentino Rossi takes it from Danilo Petrucci, and then it's about Marc Marquez and Cal Crutchlow. It is Marquez who gets third. Crutchlow eventually forced out the fourth, but what a brave and brilliant final few laps from Crutchlow to get that fourth place. Dovizioso, now the series leader, goes fifth. Remember, Maverick Vinales crashed out early on. Miller gets 6th, Iannone 7th, Baz 8th, Abraham in 9th place, Julian.
Good ride,
7th place for Abraham.
He got
him on the line.
This is why.
He's on the line. So Abraham comes to the line. Is he going to beat him to the line? Baz is looking for it.
He is.
What a great ride from Abraham for 7th. Baz 8th, 9th Iannone. Aleix Espargaro should come home in 10th unless Pedrosa has something to argue about it. And Aprilia in front of a factory Honda? No. Yes. Pedrosa's gone behind Pole Espargaro. So two Espargaros have beaten Pedrosa through Sector 3. We haven't finished Sector 4 yet. So the flag is out. We'll wait and see which one it is.
Long gap.
Big gap back to the 10th place.
Pedrosa just hasn't made tyres work. Aleix is over in 10th.
But is it Pole Espargaro or is it Danny Pedrosa who gets that 11th place at the moment? Not that they're going to worry. It says Pole Espargaro, Rabat gets 12th. Pedrosa must have gone off somewhere.
He has just said, as Danny, he has not made the tyres work at all. This is
a brilliant finish to the races through. I think that is Rins that moves out of the way, but it is Valentino Rossi. The mercurial Italian has got it done and dusted. Here at Assen, if ever there was a place, the cathedral of speed, it's Valentino Rossi that takes the win. 26 laps of brilliance. You can't argue with it, can you? When things are right, he's still capable of doing it.
It is over a
Seti
year.
Gibernau, was that? Was that his spotter? I didn't quite see who that was.
You mean
Cadalora? Cadalora, yeah. Was it Cadalora? Seti Gibernau is Pedrosa's spotter. Longest winning career through all classes, 20 years and 313 days.
He takes that back. That
incredible.
record.
What a man. Well, the yellow was diminishing around the world stands a little bit. There'll be a few more yellow flags.
That's Luca, I think.
Yeah.
What are the medics doing in there?
That is Luca Cadalora.
Keith, it's over a year since Valentino won a Grand Prix. Over a year.
Well, it was worth waiting for.
Oh, Danilo Petrucci.
A hero.
2 rostrum, 2 podiums in 3 races.
Yeah, he's on it, isn't he? Completely on the money. And Parc Fermé is going to be lively. Usually this is the last race of the day. A little punch in the shoulder there from...
Oh, that was Rins saying...
Was that friendly?
I don't know.
No, I can't quite work that one out either. Quick, get on your knees for the camera shot before he gets completely swamped.
Every marshal in for a selfie, and why not?
Valentino Rossi.
Like the old days, this Keith. This is where he scored his 100th Grand Prix win.
Yeah, only this time we're not going to see any horses on the track. That Will Hartog stuff that we saw earlier on today.
I hope Will Hartog's going up to present a trophy.
Well, I would guess that he is, only because we've seen so much of him, and he is an absolute national...
And it's 40 years to the day since Hartog won that race.
History being made. Great ride from Danilo Petrucci.
Wonderful.
And you can see the factory boys in there, as well as the Pramas. Gigi Delignat, that's there with the Julian Ryder beard.
I think he's a trifle more classic.
Oh, look.
Oh, this is not good. Goodbye championship lead.
Got to take it. Unfortunately, the youngster must take the... this is where he flicks from side to side, and I'll tell you what, he nearly got run over as well. Cal Crutchlow looks to his right and sees the factory M1 destroying its rear end. And Maverick stomps off at the chicane and sees his championship lead dissipate as well, but his teammate, the other side of the garage, he has gone for whatever this chassis change is, whether it's last year's, whether it's an upgrade on last year's to one that he likes, and the symmetric front tyre as well, which he likes as well. That asymmetric, when Michelin keep changing the goalposts a bit for Valentino, don't they?
On a track which he likes, nay, loves. What can you say? There is Johan Zarco. That was almost a reversal to the old weird 125cc behaviour of Johan Zarco. Why go in if you had any tyre left?
I've no idea. That was the strangest of decisions, and the wrong one from where he was, that far forward in the race. The only thing is, Jules, in mitigation to him, he will be able to feel that motorcycle more than we can from a commentary box.
I'd say if. There was an if in that sentence, Keith. And
Dobby, good job from him in the circumstances. But I've got... He's not been on the... Not since Texas this man has been on the podium. Now, though, top step for him. Can't have a track invasion. We've got the Moto2 race to go yet.
I'm just counting up Rossi wins here, Keith. I know it's 9 across all classes. And in the top class, 2002, 4, 5, 7, 9, 13, 15, and now 17.
Well, you've got to say, a race like that is only good for the sport. Television-wise, Valentino Rossi still puts, can I say it, bums on, genuinely does. A Valentino win is worth so much.
And he goes back to third in the championship.